In this video, I want to talk about some of the lessons I learned when we expanded ISLA to a second campus and now a new affiliate campus. And I learned some of these lessons actually before I came to ISLA. When I was first given the opportunity to lead a campus, I was leading a new second campus, a new satellite campus for a much larger established school. And there were a lot of systems that had existed that had been successful, some not so successful in the main campus that were supposed to work just as well at this new campus. But it was a very different setup. By the way, I was doing primary age students there and not all the way to high school. The other main campus had a boarding program. We didn't. We had very different classrooms, different resources. I quickly realized it doesn't make a lot of sense to completely do everything the same. But I think that when we expanded to a second ISLA campus back in 2019, I repeated some of the same mistakes. I had this feeling that I needed to replicate exactly what was here. And that if we replicated exactly what was here in the Cabarete campus over in Las Terrenas, it would be successful. I went in and I spoke to the families about all the great things we do in Cabarete, and then I trained teachers to do it just like here. And to the point that we basically ran 1 week behind this calendar. Here's your schedule, run it right behind us. Here are the activities we did this week, you do them there. But in just the same way as what happened in my first school, there we realized that kids are different, classrooms are different, teachers are different, resources are different. It doesn't make a lot of sense to McDonaldize, if that's the right term, education. And I had to figure out what is essential, what about ISLA and the system that we do, the classes that we do, the way we feel, the philosophy and the methodology are things that should be present in every classroom, and then what are some things that teachers should make decisions about or have freedom about depending on the students, the resources, and their own strengths. And that's where we came up with the ISLA Essentials. It is a list of a lot of things that we believe must exist. There are a lot of things that we train all of our teachers to do, and there are systems that we basically build into this whole format of planning and evaluation that almost in some ways require teachers to do them. One thing that you might get when you're listening to this is, for example, presentation day. Presentation day is going to happen. And that very presence of a presentation day drives a lot of teachers to do certain things in certain ways. The 3 essential questions and the way we organize our skill-based assessments, the weekly schedule with our morning meetings and our small groups. There's a lot of things like that, but we're always trying to get better. And we're always trying to figure out ways that we can really clarify expectations and clarify training around each of these essentials. For me, the things that really must sit with us and must be considered essential are ones that work not only in a phase 1 preschool classroom, but they also work in a phase 7 high school classroom. They not only work in Cabarete, but they also work in Las Terrenas. And then if you really want to test this, when we now have an affiliate campus down in Dominicus, a campus where I'm not at, I've only done a basic training, I only share resources. Can they understand how we explain how this is done? Can they implement that without a lot of day-to-day tweaking and feedback? And so far, the answer is a resounding yes. And it's taken us a long time, a lot of experimentation, A/B testing between the campuses, between classes, to really see what works. But I think we have boiled it down to the true ISLA essentials.